thanks everyone for joining the STEM stream information session. So before we begin, I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the various lands on which we are meeting today and pay my respects to elders past, present and emerging. My name is Chloe and I am the Assistant Manager of the Employment Program in Industry, Science, Energy and Resources. Our department's really excited to be able to lead the STEM stream for the second year in a row and hope today's presentation will provide you with information and the enthusiasm for interested candidates to apply for the STEM stream. So to start with, what are the opportunities within the STEM stream? So as I mentioned, the department and participating agencies will be looking for STEM graduates. So to be considered for multiple government departments. So we have 11 participating agencies and I'll go through those shortly, but you'll have the opportunity to work across multiple STEM fields such as aviation, chemical and biological analysis, earth observations, international and national space negotiations and agreements, robotics, and there's plenty more, and we've got a list of those when you check out the application process. The participating agencies that we've heard from so far are listed on the screen in front of you. Just to name a few, we've got Department of Home Affairs, Department of Agriculture, Fisheries and Management and Authority, Safe Work Australia, the Civil Aviation Authority. That's just to name a few. So there's currently 11 participating agencies that we've heard from. And what that means is one application to access all of those departments and agencies across the Australian government. Eligibility requirements. So this is similar to the other streams. So you will need to be an Australian citizen, have completed a minimum of a 3-year undergrad in the STEM stream. So that's science, technology, engineering and mathematics within the last 5 years. To be able to obtain and maintain a security baseline clearance. And most of our roles are Canberra based, and we have heard from some participating agencies that there could be availability in New South Wales as well, but majority of the roles will be in Canberra. What are some of the benefits of applying? So if you're successful within a position within either our department or another government department or agency, it is a structured 12-month training and development program. There's 2 work placements within that 12 months. There's a competitive salary across departments and agencies. It does vary between agencies, but definitely a competitive salary and advancement options. And there's also ongoing support and mentoring and coaching throughout the 12 months. So that will be agency specific, but it's definitely included in most departments and agencies programs. Just a couple of tips for applying for the STEM stream. Make sure you prepare early. So have a look at the advertisements, get in early, keep your responses honest and short, so concise. Make sure you get someone to proofread your application. That's really important, especially because lots of different agencies will be looking at these coming through. Save a copy, so don't just have one copy and get rid of it. Save a copy and make sure you keep checking your email. So we'll be putting out updates throughout the application process on where we are at in terms of the recruitment process. So make sure you keep checking your email so you can keep up to date on that stuff. A little bit about the assessment process. So through the advertisements, there'll be an online application. So that's open now until the 12th of April. Following that, we'll be looking to do some shortlisting, and then those who are shortlisted will go through an online video submission and written activity. And we're proposing that will be in about May 2021. If you are shortlisted through that process, we'll be running a group exercise, and that's likely to be in June 2021. After the assessment process, if you are successful through the round, we'll be notifying the results and finalising the results of that assessment process in July, and we'll be looking to make offers and matching graduates to agencies in about August 2021, just to give you an idea of where we're heading. Just to wrap it all up, if you've got any questions in regards to the STEM stream, our email address is there. We'll also be in a booth following this session, but you're more than welcome to email us with any questions, ask us in the booth, or give us a call on the hotline noted. That's it for me, Elliot.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Chloe. We've got a couple of questions coming through, mainly about the qualification side of things. So asking if a PhD and or a psychology student are eligible for the STEM application?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yep. Definitely. Yeah, they're included.
Got about 8 minutes. Anyone kind of having a look if you want to ask any specific questions around this? We've got one coming through if they have a student visa, if they could apply.
Unfortunately not, no. They will need to be an Australian citizen to apply for the role. Yeah.
Take comments. Is it possible for someone who currently is going to be studying when that intake in 2022 happens, would it be possible for them to work kind of on a research project or anything like that? Do you have any opportunities to kind of come on in a casual capacity, or?
We haven't explored that in the past, so I'd probably say not at this point. Our program's pretty, I guess, strict in terms of the guidelines on which we operate. So they would need to have completed a degree in the STEM field to be able to be successful in the graduate program.
Yeah. And is the CSIRO included on this at all?
Yep, CSIRO is included as well.
Yeah. Can people from a software engineering bootcamp apply for this? I guess, would they be relevant and eligible for it?
I don't know much about boot camps, but if it came with a degree at the end of a boot camp, sure. But if it doesn't lead you with a degree at the end of the day, then
yeah,
I'd probably say no.
And can students apply for multiple streams?
Yeah, so it's one application and you'll be considered for the streams of science, technology, engineering and mathematics.
Yeah, cool. I've got a lot of questions coming through. So
okay.
Which agencies showed, I guess, flexibility in location?
So we're still finalising the details. Off the top of my head, our department actually had an opportunity in New South Wales. So that's the Department of Industry, Science, Energy and Resources. And another one was the Murray-Darling Basin Authority. So they also had regional based roles, and that was just early indications. We are meeting up with our participating agencies within the next couple of weeks. So we'll be able to firm those details up with them.
Great. And what state were the interviews going to take place, Chloe?
Everything will be virtual. So it doesn't matter where you're located. We'll be doing it all virtually.
Great. And are all the employment assessments online as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we learned a lot through COVID. So everything will be virtual this year.
Great. And did you mention that you shared some information about where they should apply and where the program is? Did you share specific information on that?
Yeah, so APS Jobs is probably the first point of call. That's where you'll find all the details on the advertisements, what's required, and the qualifications as well. So.
Great. And was there any or many opportunities like for lab-based placements?
There are some opportunities for lab-based placements. Our department certainly has some of those. So that's the Department of Industry, Science, Energy and Resources.
Yeah. Trying to look through. I'm just scanning.
Yeah. Sorry.
Can someone apply in regard if they graduated like in a STEM degree since 2016? So someone who's obviously kind of like 5-6 years post-grad, would they be relevant for this?
They're not eligible for the program if it's past the eligibility timeframe. So that's a minimum 3-year undergrad STEM degree within the last 5 years. So if it's beyond the 5 years, unfortunately, that falls outside the eligibility timeframe.
Yeah. And in regards to relocation, is there any assistance for people who are relocating?
Yeah, absolutely. So all of anybody who's successful through the process will be supported to relocate to Canberra.
Great. And was there any, I guess, possibility to do the program on less than a full-time basis, or is everyone who gets accepted that program on a full-time?
It's all on a full-time basis. Yeah.
Do you know if the New South Wales EPA is a participating agency?
I don't believe so. I haven't got them on my list, so I don't believe so. Okay.
So I'm just answering some of these myself, if I know.
Oh, okay.
And do you know what agency deals with the space negotiations that were mentioned at the beginning?
Yeah, so that's also the Department of Science, Energy and Resource, so the department that I represent. We have the Australian Space Agency as a division within our department. So there is graduate opportunities within that division.
Great. And was there rotations through your departments you mentioned?
Yes. So there'll be 2 rotations in most agencies or departments. So some will vary, but yeah, there'll generally be 2 placements.
And then, so I'm just going through and answer some of these. And is there a civil engineering role in the DISER?
We'd have to have a look at the list, but there is certainly opportunities across the participating agencies that have indicated that they'd be looking for graduates in the STEM stream.
And was there any roles for data science graduates?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yep. So encourage anybody who has those degrees to apply.
Cool.